if you are ready to write a book, but you want to know the 5 things you must know before you start writing your book, grab your pen and paper. Y'all know I got mine. Grab your pen and paper because I'm about to share with you the 5 things you must know before you start writing a book. And this is for those of you girls who want to write books that actually turn into a business. If you're just trying to write the book just to like journal and stuff, you don't need to pay attention to this. But if you actually want to make income with your book, you got to know these 5 things. It's your girl, Steph Rodnez. I am the founder and CEO of Godlywood Girl. And my purpose in life is to connect with the resources you need to achieve your purpose in life. So aligned with that mission, today's video is sponsored by the Godlywood Girl Author Toolkit. It is my on-demand online course that shows you how to create your own prayer journal, ebook, daily devotional, and prayer. No, I already said prayer journal. It shows you how to create your prayer journal, your daily devotional, your planner, and your nonfiction book. There we go. Oh, my bangs. All right. So let's dive into the 5 things you must know before writing an ebook. And we're going to go from number 5 all the way to number 1. Number 1 is the most important thing, okay? So I have written books since 2008. You girls know that I started my first company as a filmmaker. I was making movies for youth pastors. And as part of my market research, I found out that youth pastors only wanted to buy movies for the youth groups that came with a leader's guide and a student guide. So my very first book was a companion guide to a film that I made. And that was really hard to make. This was 2008, 2009. It was really hard to make. But since that time, praise God, the Lord has allowed me to publish over 26 books. All glory to Jesus. I know how to write books like the back of my hand now. And now I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, writing the book is actually the easy part. It's actually the easy part. I know for some of you guys are like, no, it's not. It's really hard. It's actually really easy to write a book. At this point, praise God, I can get a book done in 3 hours or less. The hard part is how to monetize the book. How do you actually turn this book into sales? How do you actually turn this book into a business that allows you to make enough income where you can step into your God-given purpose as a full-time Christian entrepreneur, right? That's what I struggled with, is trying to figure that out. My first 10 books made me no money. It wasn't until I learned what I'm about to teach you here that I actually started being able to make an income from my books. To this day, all glory to God. So that's what I'm going to teach you how to do. So the 5th thing you must know before writing an ebook, is what problem does your book solve? What problem does your book solve? As authors, sometimes we think only about, oh, I want to tell the story. But as business owners, as entrepreneurs, we must know that every product needs to be a clear solution to a clear problem. People don't just buy books. People buy solutions to their problems in the form of a book. So before you start writing, you need to know exactly what problem this book is solving. That's going to dictate the content that you actually put inside of the book. So get really clear on that. What solution am I providing? What problem am I actually solving with this book? What problem does somebody have that she's going to go to Amazon or go to my website and actually order this book to solve a problem? What is that problem that I'm solving with this book? You need to know that beforehand. And even if you're writing a book that's sharing your testimony, your autobiography, the book can still solve a problem. For me, my book, The War of Purpose, it's still one of my best-selling books here at Godlywood Girl. That book shares my testimony of how I went from failing at my first business to finally being able to leave my 9-to-5 job. It tells that story of that 4-year period, right? But in that book, the problem that I saw is I teach you the 4 keys of being able to get unstuck, stop feeling frustrated, and start living your purpose. 7 keys. I shared the 7 keys in that book. So I'm sharing this solution that helps you solve the problem of not knowing your purpose, and at the same time sharing my story, sharing my testimony. So it is possible still for you to write a book about your story, your testimony, absolutely, but you want to frame it from the point of view, what problem am I solving with this book, okay? Number 4, the 4th thing you need to know before you start writing your book. The 4th thing you need to know before you start writing your book is, who do you solve the problem for? Who do you solve the problem for? Now that you know what problem your book is solving, who are you actually solving it for? This is called your customer avatar, aka your niche, aka your prospects. These are the people you actually want to read your book. Because here's the thing, even though you are solving the specific problem, different people in different segments have different ways that they want the problem solved. For example, in the fitness niche, right? If I'm writing a book that solves the problem of helping somebody who's struggling to lose weight, lose 10 pounds in 3-4 weeks, right? So lose 10 pounds in 30 days safely. That's the problem. Actually, I don't think you can do that safely. I think a pound a week is safely. So lose 5 pounds in 30 days safely, right? That's the problem that I'm solving. The person who wants to lose 5 pounds, who just had a baby, right? She just had a baby. She's taking care of her little infant still. She's at home on maternity leave, but she's barely getting any sleep. She barely has time to herself because she's taking care of this baby. That person that I'm solving the problem for needs a different type of prescription than, let's say, a really buff guy who used to play high school football, and then he went to college, he gained a lot of weight, now he's about to get married, he wants to drop 10 or 5 pounds really quickly, he just needs to know how to do it, right? His situation is totally different. He's single, he's not married yet, he has the time to be able to work out way more, he has the time to prepare meals for himself, whereas our new mom, she is always taking care of that little baby. She barely is getting sleep. So the same prescription that you're giving to this single guy as he wants to lose weight at the gym is totally different than the prescription that you give the new mom who's taking care of her baby all day but still wants to lose weight. So that's why you need to know who you're solving the problem for. You need to know who your customer avatar is, because it's going to dictate the way that you give them the solution to their problem. When you know who your customer avatar is, it also allows you to do market research to find out the way that customer avatar wants you to solve their problem. So I had a student in the Godlywood School of Business. She is a wellness coach, a self-care coach. And so she was doing market research to figure out how she's going to teach self-care, right? But she realized that she had to get really clear on who her reader was, because a full-time entrepreneur like me, who would love to do self-care, but I work 100 hours a week, right? So my situation is a little bit different than maybe somebody who is 18 years old, is a college student studying really hard, but has a lot more time on her hands to be able to do those self-care things. So my student had to get really clear on who exactly she was serving with her book. She ended up choosing full-time entrepreneurs, and that's what really dictated the solution that she gave in that book. So be really clear on who you're solving the problem for. The third thing you must know before writing an ebook, is how will you deliver the book to your customers? How will you deliver this book to your customers? So when I was first started writing my first book, I created Bible study guides, and I decided to find a local printer in my area. So I designed these Bible study guides to be these full color, back and forth 30 pages of a Bible study guide. And it was full gloss, and it cost me $30 per print. $30 per print to order from this local printer. It only took me a couple of runs to realize I was never going to make money that way. You know what I mean? I was never going to make money that way. It was ridiculous. So then what I did, I decided to start selling my DVD and my Bible study guide on Amazon, which was great because now I didn't have to ship anything. I just sent everything to Amazon. They shipped it. They printed all that good stuff. But then the problem was when I sold on Amazon, I couldn't get the customer's email address. Like, Amazon does not share customer data with the sellers. They don't do it. They keep everything to themselves, which I don't understand because I'm the one who's like sending the customers to your page to buy from you, right? So why would you not tell me who actually purchased from me so I can follow up with them? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. But Amazon does not share customer data. So I started sending this traffic over to my Amazon page and making sales that way, but I had no way to contact the customer. And here's what I want you to know. I'm going to give you a little secret that online entrepreneurs, a lot of them don't tell you, okay? The money is in the repeat business. The money is in the repeat business. As an online entrepreneur, there is a cost to acquire every lead that you get in your business. And a lead is just a potential customer for your business. There is a cost to acquiring that lead, whether you're spending Facebook ads to add emails to your list, whether you are doing influencer advertising, whether you're making YouTube videos. This actually has a cost to it, right? Every second that I spend recording a video, editing a video, uploading a video, there's a cost to that, right? There's always a cost to acquire a lead. So once you acquire the lead and then they become a customer, if you are not able to follow up with that lead again, you are now having to pay again and again and again for leads in your business. You're constantly paying for leads in your business. As opposed to, you spend the money to acquire the lead. When they purchase from you, they now become a customer. If you have their email address, the next time you follow up with them for a second book that you put out, or a workbook, or an audiobook version, or a journal, they now have cost you $0 because you already had them as a lead. Repeat business is how you start making real money as an online entrepreneur, because once they purchase from you once and you solve their problem, right? You gave them a great solution. If you offer them a second product now that solves a second additional problem, you don't have to go pay to get your product in front of them. You already have their email. So you just send them an email, which costs you $0. You just send them an email and say, hey, I saw that you purchased the first book. Here's the second book that helps you do this. That's what you want to do as you are putting out your book. You want to make sure you are able to collect your customer's email address. So you need to be thinking about, how are you actually going to get this book to your customer? What is going to be your supply chain for how you actually put the book out? The person is able to go and order it, and then that book is able to be delivered to them. So the way that I do this is on my own website. I use Shopify, and I send traffic over to my Shopify store. And when they purchase from me, they're automatically able to download the digital file, and then Shopify gives me that customer email address. So in the future, when I have other products and services that solve their problems, I can just send them an email and contact them again. I don't have to pay to acquire another lead. I also do this through my sales funnels, which we'll talk about in 2 more steps, through my sales funnels. So my sales funnels are built on ClickFunnels, and it's an automated system. So when my customer goes through it and she purchases my book, it does automatically deliver that book to her again digitally. And then I am able to acquire the customer email address. I do not sell books on Amazon. I do not sell books on Amazon. I do have books listed for sale on Amazon, yes, because for some reason, it's really hard to take them off. I tried really hard to delete all of my listings on Amazon. It's literally impossible to do. It's so frustrating. I don't know why they don't let you delete listings when I was the one who put it up there. But I don't ever send my traffic, my marketing that I do, I never send them to an Amazon page to purchase, because I'm not going to be able to receive their customer email address, the customer email address. And so now I have to pay again to make another sale with that customer, which is crazy to me. So I never send traffic to Amazon ever. If you want to send traffic to Amazon, that's fine. There's a way to do it where you still collect the customer email address. So Russell Brunson just did this with his book, Traffic Secrets. He set up what's called a landing page before you got to the Amazon page. So when you click the link to buy the book, he gave you a landing page that said, put your email address here so you can get the bonuses for the book. When you put your email address, then he took you to his Amazon page. So he still was able to collect the customer data. So just however you're going to do it is fine. Just think to yourself, how am I going to deliver this to my customer in a way that still allows me to collect the customer's email address? Very, very important, okay? Very important. Thing number 2 to know before you start writing your book. Thing number 2 to know before you start writing your book: how will you consistently promote this book? How will you consistently promote this book? Let me tell you what happens to us authors when we put a book out. And this happened to me, okay? This happened to me. No shade. This happened to me. So when I would put a book out, I was so excited at having finished this book. I told everybody, told my friends, told my family members, told all this stuff. Oh, get the book, get the book, get the book. And then once I had exhausted my immediate circle of friends and family members, coworkers, I didn't have anybody else to tell. And so I stopped telling people, and I kind of crossed my fingers and said, woo, I hope the Lord tells people to go buy this book. And over and over and over again, I kept releasing a book, making a small amount of sales, and then nothing, and then moving on to a new book, and kept doing that over and over again. That is a problem, sis. If you want to build a business out of writing books, you need to have a marketing strategy in place before you start writing your book. Before you start writing your book. Marketing is telling the people that you solved the problem for that you solved the problem with this book. That's what marketing is. That's all it is. It's not like this woo theory in the world, right? It's finding the people who have the problem that you solve with your book and then telling them that they can get the book to solve their problem. That's what marketing is. Whether you use Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, podcasting, Facebook ads, influencer ads, whatever you use to do your blogging even, whatever you use to do your marketing, you need to do it consistently in order to know that when you finish your book, you're not going to run out of steam. That's what happens to a lot of people. They put all this work into creating the book, creating this awesome solution to a problem. And then when they're done with the book, they just don't have any energy left. And they're just done. They're like, I don't want to put this out anymore. That's it. I don't want to work on this anymore. I'm going to move on to something else. Don't do that. The easiest part of getting a book done is writing the book. The easiest part. The difficult part is the marketing and the promotions, the sales tactics. How are you actually going to move copies with this book? So you don't want to wait until after your book is done to start thinking about how I'm actually going to sell this. You want your sales strategy in place before you write the book. So as soon as you're done, you put all that effort and energy into your book. Now it's just time to execute. How am I going to get this book out there consistently? How am I going to promote it consistently? And when you think about your marketing, it's actually, marketing does not start when your book is finished. There is something called a pre-launch, right? A pre-launch, a launch, and then a post-launch. That is all part of your marketing plan. The pre-launch is when you start aggravating the pain point with your audience. The pre-launch is when you tell people, hey, this book is coming to solve that pain point. The launch is when the book is officially available for sale. And then the post-launch is when you're going to create your automated marketing, your automated funnel, however you're going to be marketing this thing, to consistently drive traffic to the book, to consistently still continue making sales, even after you initially launch your book. That is what you want to think about for your marketing, okay? Do that before you start writing your book. So whenever I put a book out, for example, I did the Instagram, I think it was called The Christian Entrepreneur's Guide to Instagram Marketing. That was the last book that I released before this one that I'm working on now, which is called Blogging for Business. So for that book, before I even started writing it, I thought about my marketing plan. I'm going to do this many live streams, this many webinars. I'm going to do this many Q&A sessions. I'm going to do this many email blasts on this day, this day, this day. I'm going to aggravate this pain point, do this, do that. And then I offered the book as a pre-sale. So that was during my pre-launch, right? As a pre-sale. People order the book from me. And I had my official launch date. So I finished the book on the official launch date. I delivered it to people. And now I have my post-marketing strategy. So now I sell that book as part of a bundle. So whenever I'm offering a new promotion, I offer the Instagram marketing book as part of a bonus. So I knew all of that before I sat down to even write the book. I knew exactly what's going to go A, B, C, D, E. So that when I was finished with the book, I wasn't mentally exhausted and like, oh, nobody's buying this. This is terrible. Blah, blah, blah. I knew exactly how to execute that launch. So you want to know before you start writing your book, how you're going to consistently market this and promote this. So it continues making sales even after you initially launch the product. And finally, the number one thing, the biggest thing, the hugest thing that you need to know before you start writing your book, okay? And this is a big one. You need to know how you're going to turn your book into a sales funnel. You need to know how you're going to turn your book into a sales funnel. So when I first started writing books, I was making about $2 per sale. I'm embarrassed to say. $2 per sale. And I would sell about 100 books a month. Now, if you do the math on that, $2 times 100 is $200. And I was a grown behind woman with grown behind bills. There was no way I was going to be able to leave my 9-to-5 job making $2 per book sale. It just wasn't going to happen. So I asked the Lord, like, how do I actually make money with this, right? I kid you not, the very next day I was on Facebook and this guy named Brian Moran shows up on my timeline and he says, are you selling a lot of products but not making profit? Here's why. You don't have a sales funnel. And that was the first time I had ever heard this concept of sales funnels, right? So I started doing more research, and basically what a sales funnel is it's an automated process that allows somebody to spend more money with you during one transaction. If you think about it kind of like CVS. When you go to CVS, CVS is a local grocery store for those of you guys who don't know. So if you go to CVS and all you needed was toilet paper, right? And all they sell at CVS is toilet paper. Then when you go into CVS, you get your toilet paper. How much money can CVS make from you? Just the cost of the toilet paper. That's it. You are unable to spend more money with CVS because they didn't offer anything else for you to buy. However, if you go into CVS and you're looking for toilet paper and you're like, oh, hey, cool, look at this. They also have soap. I do need a little bit more bathroom soap. So you get the soap. Oh, look at this. They have toothpaste. Oh, I do need some more toothpaste. So you get the toothpaste, right? So instead of only making the sale of toilet paper, because they offered you other complementary products at the same time, you were able to increase what's called your average cart value, the amount of money that you spent during that one transaction. That's what a sales funnel allows you to do, except it happens completely online and it's automated. So if you are selling, let's say $10 ebooks, and that's all you have, then when somebody purchases from you, the most money they can spend with you is $10. You didn't offer them anything else. But if you offer them the $10 ebook, they purchase it. And then on the very next page, you say, hey, you just got this ebook for $10, but I also have the online course version. So you can actually see me teach you how to take action on this. That's $97. Then they can purchase that. And then on the page after that, oh, you just got the online course. That's awesome. But I actually offer one-on-one VIP days where I will personally work with you to take action on the step. That's $997. If they take that, ooh, girl, you just increased your average cart value from $10 to what is that? $1,000 or $1,100. I'm not that good at math. I think $1,110 just by offering additional upsells. So before you write your book, I want you to think about how you're going to turn this book into a sales funnel, because sales funnels is how you start making profit margin in your business. Sales funnels is how you start making profit margin in your business. Profit margin refers to the percentage of every dollar you keep when you make a sale. If you have 10% profit margin, then every time you make $1 in your business, you're only keeping 10 cents. It's very bad. If you have 50% profit margin, then every time you make $1 of sales in your business, you keep 50 cents. If you have 60% profit margin, which is my goal for every product I put out, I always want to have at least 60% profit margin, then every dollar you make in your business, you keep 60 cents. Okay? So you want to know how you're going to increase your profit margin. A $10 ebook is not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. You want to know, how am I going to increase my profit margin? If I add on an online course, an audiobook, a journal companion, a workbook, a downloadable digital workbook, a t-shirt, so you can offer t-shirts as part of your ebooks. I did that for the War of Purpose. When you got the War of Purpose, I offered the Romans 8:28 I Am Purpose t-shirt. You can totally bundle these items into a funnel, but you need to plan it out before you write your book. Because when you write your book, in that book, you want to include options for people to purchase your upsells in your funnel. Yes, sis. So if you read The War of Purpose, you would have seen me mention, go to godlywoodgirl.com to get the War of Purpose workbook so I can ship it to your house so you can take action on these steps. So the workbook, the printed workbook, was $97. That ebook was like $7 if I remember correctly. It was super cheap. But I used the ebook to drive traffic to the upsell. And so you can do the same thing, but it only works if you write your ebook with your sales funnel in mind. So that is the number one thing I want you to know before you start writing your ebook. How you want to turn this ebook into a funnel, sis? Let's think about that, okay? Now, if you need help with these steps, I am teaching the Godlywood Girl Write Your Ebook Accelerator. It is a 3-hour live class on Zoom where I'm going to show you how to write, design, format, self-publish your ebook step by step. I'm also going to give you some incredible bonuses, including the product launch masterclass, so you can learn how you're going to actually launch that product. I also give you the Instagram marketing toolkit, which includes that Instagram marketing ebook I was telling you about. Bundling, you see what I'm doing there? Bundling. It also includes the Launch Your Shopify Website Masterclass. Remember, I told you want to think about how you're going to deliver this ebook to your customers so you still collect their customer email address. Shopify allows you to do that, and they're currently offering a 90-day free trial. So I'm going to give you access to my Launch Your Shopify Website Masterclass as part of that bundle as well. So when you get this, oh, and I'm also giving you, I forgot about that, as a bonus, I'm also giving you access to my Self-Publish Your Journal Masterclass so that you can actually offer a journal as an upsell for your ebook. I show you how to create the journal step by step in that masterclass. You can actually create that as a companion to your ebooks. You have your funnel in place. So this is an incredible bundle. It's an incredible bundle, and it will not be available for this price again. So to apply for the Write Your Ebook Accelerator, go to purposegift.com/application, purposegift.com/application. If you're watching this after I've already taught the accelerator, go to godlywoodgirl.com to purchase the accelerator now. so that you can still take action on those steps, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you're not already subscribed to the Godlywood Girl YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscription button. My goal for the channel is for it to be the #1 resource for every woman of faith who wants to live her greatest purpose for Christ as a Christian entrepreneur. Make sure you apply for my upcoming Accelerator. And if you don't already have my free Write Your Book checklist, grab the checklist by going to purposegift.com/author checklist. God bless you guys, and Jesus willing, I will see you here on YouTube. Mwah. Love you guys. Bye.